Hello everyone, Espurr here. Now, what day today? We game on TC Sturgeon. Well, we're watching the Flingza. We're going to be seeing a lot of missiles. Actually, no, we aren't. They only pop 4. Uh, let's see. What do we have? We have a Dynamo, which actually should be pretty good for you because they, are pretty weak to displacement. But we also have a Brush, which, it cares about missiles, but I'm wondering if we're going to see the Brush rush you while you're trying to pop those missiles. If that happens, you probably need to play a bit more safe, but it depends if the Brush does that in the first place. If they don't do it, it's fine. Anyways, yep, you're in a fine spot. I should mention the Flingza was saying they had problems with positioning and just doing the right thing, basically. Anyways, I'd say you're pretty close to your missile, you want to grab that. You're pretty close to your missile, you want to grab that. Right, but you're way too close. Do not. Get away. You have your missile, you cannot die now. There we go. Push it. Now you can die. You know someone's to your left? I'd say try to push ahead of tower. No one else is ahead. Okay. You can push ahead of tower. Yeah. Why are you near the tower? You do not need to be there. Okay. Okay, so why did you not push ahead of tower? I think I might know why. It might be because you think, oh, I'm an anchor, I shouldn't really push ahead of tower. And that's true. Most anchors don't want to do that. But you're also a roller. Like, what is it? You're also a roller. You have what you need to, like, fight up close if need be. And not only that, but your entire team was by tower. You might as well be up ahead of tower. Anyways, that also wasn't really a good use of missiles because your team couldn't really take advantage of that. I think your team was dead, or at the very least they were not with you. So the missiles just didn't accomplish much. Why is your team over there? That's pretty dumb. Whatever. Anyways, I also do want to mention this. I should mention this earlier, but this wasn't actually a good spot to be in. You don't really want to be on the low ground. I'd much... You see that spot where the... what is it? Your team is right now on the top left where the umbrella is? That is a much better spot. Not only is it just high ground, but it's also... It also has a good degree of separation because of the high ground. In general, when you want a backline good anchor spot, roller isn't a backline. I think it's more of a midline. But anyways. If you want a good anchor spot, it's going to be wherever high ground is. Anyways, Dynamo's down here. Yeah, I guess you can just... I don't know. It probably isn't a good idea to rush that Dynamo, so you probably did the right thing. It was just an aim better moment, I guess. Alright, I'd say you can pop your missile. There we go. Now push in. It's gamer time. I said push in. What are you doing? Okay, what's happening over there? You're spending like 6 seconds, 7, 8 seconds. On the 8th second, you finally did something useful. You weren't during those 8 seconds, you weren't chip damaging, you weren't applying pressure, you were just sitting for a dump flank. And it happened to work. Oh, that happened to work out. Funny. Anyways, Brush, you need to take this guy out, or at the very least, waste his time. There we go. There we go. Now go up. Alright. I guess stay on tower for now. Yeah. Your team seems to like to clutter around tower. I don't... Okay. Alright, I think, yeah, I know what the problem is. So, I think you're taking the anchor idea way too seriously. Not seriously isn't the right word. But here's the thing. Yes, you are an anchor. That means anchors tend to not really want to like be near their target and all that stuff. They tend to not really want to take close range fights. But there's one very important thing you're forgetting. You're also a roller. And rollers do like to take close range fights. In general. They do like to do that kind of stuff. So a Flingza is capable of pushing. Flingzas are very good at ledge camping. If you need to push up, stuff yourself right under a ledge, and you will be very hard to approach. Like, if you need to push up, I highly recommend, get yourself under a ledge, and you'll be fine. There, when at the last tower push, instead of being behind tower and letting your team just die, you could have went ahead or you didn't you were kind of letting them die. You could have went ahead, stuffed yourself under a ledge, and just shot them. So, in summary, here are the two kinds of places you want to be. You want to be on high ground, or two kind of places that can work for you. You want to be on high ground with a degree of separation from the enemy because you're an anchor, or you can be under a ledge because you're a roller. You can also think about like Dynamo. Dynamo is a weapon that's also an anchor roller. It also wants a degree of separation, but it also does really well ledge camping. Think of that. And that should give you ideas of where you can be. I'm also going to say, if you want to play the pure missile spamming chip damagey playstyle, you can only really do that on a team. If you're playing solo queue, it's not going to work. You want to know when to push up, and you want to know how to play aggressively, and you want to know how to get the skills with your main weapon. With that out of the way, though, see y'all.